Hey guys, we're time 6 back with Death Note. This is season 1, episode 10, called Doubt. If you enjoy our videos, make sure you leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on future videos. We do upload Death Note every Saturday at 6 p.m. That's Eastern time, so don't miss out. And you get early access on Patreon. That's a couple weeks ahead, along with the full uncut reaction. And let's just start right away.
I was surprised, Ryuga. I never thought you'd ask me to play tennis as a way to get to know each other.
Is it a problem for you?
Not at all. But when you first invited me to play, did you know how good I was?
Yes. I'll be fine, though. It's been a while, but at one time I was actually the British junior champion.
If I ask him if he's British, would he think I'm trying to find out more about him because I'm Kira? Oh well, can't hurt to try. Ryuga, were you raised in the UK?
I lived in England for about 5 years when I was younger, but save your breath. Nothing in that story would reveal Elle's true identity, I promise you.
Damn.
Wait, what? Oh, wait, what?
Not so.
But I know Kira hates to lose.
Oh,
Oh.
test. Blind test?
Oh!
Damn.
15 love.
Whoa, Ryuga, you sure don't mess around.
People are saying that the NPA is incompetent, that L is incompetent. With all due respect, sir, the rest of the department runs away with their tails between their legs, and we're incompetent? Do you have any idea how many people are left at Task Force headquarters these days? If you're concerned with public opinion, then you'll want to suppress the fact that most of our detectives would rather let a serial killer roam free than risk their lives.
Damn.
Please excuse me.
True that.
I suppose I could just
Is
lose
this
on
so
purpose, but if I do, it could work against me. Since he'd expect Kira to want to win, he might also expect me to throw the match to avoid suspicion. I don't see any way that he can profile me based on a tennis match. So, I have to assume he has some other goal in mind.
This is the deepest game of tennis.
I know, right?
Let him win.
Oh.
Look at that. He's going for the win. I can see the wheels turning, Light Yagami. I'm already in your head.
There's no way this tennis match will deepen our friendship. This is a token gesture, an elaborate act we'll go through so we can say we're closer.
Because I wanted to play tennis with you, you'll assume that I'm preparing to take a step closer, laying the groundwork to get to know you better.
And then you're going to try and trap me by getting me to say something that only Kira would know.
However, I'm sure you'll tell me you need to know if you can trust me first. And of course, the only way to win your trust will be to share what I know about Kira.
If you want me to discuss Kira with you, it only makes sense that I'd want to ask for proof that you are in charge of the investigation. And more importantly, that you are really L as you say you are.
So it goes without saying that the first thing you're going to want from me is...
some kind of confirmation from a third party that you really are L. Which means...
we'll have to go to Task Force headquarters.
in all things, one cannot win with defense alone. To win, you must attack!
Damn. Oh.
Game and set! Won
This is
by
so
Light
sick, yeah.
Yagami! 6 games to 4!
They're both
Damn.
Oh,
I can watch that again, yo.
they're both plotting and playing like, yo, that's sick.
Just as I
imagine playing
expected,
chess
you beat me.
while playing.
It's been
I suspect that you, Light Yagami, are in fact Kira. Now, if you still want to ask me something, then
Wow.
please go ahead.
Wow.
You think I'm Kira?
Well, when I say I suspect you, it's only a 1% possibility. But that aside, I don't mind telling you that once I'm sure you aren't Kira, and I can verify that your deductive skills are as strong as I think they are, I'd like nothing more than to have you work with me on this investigation. Photographs of 3 notes written by prison inmates while under Kira's control just prior to their deaths. None of this information has been made public. You can take as long as you want to look them over. Please let me know what you think.
Very interesting. Come on, this is child's play. There's a print number on the back of each of these photographs. If I ignored this fact and was still able to come up with the phrase, L, do you know, gods of death love apples, what would that mean? Clearly, if I read it the way Kira intended on my first attempt, I'd only look more suspicious. But the fact that I'm able to solve this silly code isn't enough on its own to prove that I'm Kira. If you line these notes up side by side and take a look at the first letter of every line, it reveals a message. Rearranging it like this gives you L, do you know? Gods of Death love apples.
Oh.
But there are obvious print numbers on the back of all these photographs. Arrange it in that order, we get L, do you know? Love apples, gods of death. That doesn't sound right. And based on that, it's hard to believe that Kiddo would have wanted you to read it this way.
It's
The
just on
thing
purpose.
is, there were actually 4 photographs.
Oh.
When we add this one, it reads, L, do you know? Gods of death who love apples have red hands.
It's a fake.
Different, yeah.
I never made any criminal write the letter in
Damn.
this 4th picture. Is he stupid?
Oh, that's the
Yo,
plan.
don't fall for the
Seeing
bait.
as I only had 3 photographs to work with, my deduction was perfect.
No, it wasn't. The truth is, there were 4 of them. If you'd figured that out, it would have been perfect. Even though you knew the message was incomplete, you decided that there were only 3 notes.
Oh!
You never even considered that there might be a 4th. What do you make of that?
Damn.
Damn him. This wasn't just about gauging my deductive reasoning skills. He wanted to see what my reaction would be. If I keep falling for his tricks, I'll be playing right into his hands.
Damn.
I would probably try to get him to say something that was never made public in any way. Something that only Kiddo could know. Kinda like what you were doing just now.
Truly amazing. What's incredible is that I've asked countless detectives that same question, and it took most of them minutes to even come up with an answer. But you immediately thought of a scenario in which Kira is speaking directly to the investigator.
I mean, it hardly seems fair for just one of us to be investigated, wouldn't you say?
Oh.
At this point, neither of us can prove that we're not Kira. However, if you are in fact L, I don't imagine it would be that hard for you to prove it to me. I think I'd be convinced if, say, my father or someone else from the task
There
force
we go.
headquarters was
Yeah.
able to confirm your identity.
Boom.
If you can't do that, then I'm afraid I just won't be able to help you.
Yeah. That's what he
You
wanted.
sure talk a lot, don't you, like? Typical for someone who hates losing. You got 7%.
Wow.
Really be him. Excuse me.
Oh, there goes mine.
Yes?
Ryuzaki, I have some bad news.
Light, your father is...
Light, it's your...
What?
My father, he had a heart attack.
What?
Oh.
No way. No way.
I was literally wondering, would he do that to his own father?
So,
But
think
did he do it?
You think he did it just to get the pressure off him?
No.
Maybe.
Yo,
Yo, that's next
that's a
level.
new level of
That's
evilness.
yeah, that's
Nah.
next level.
It's a new level of evilness.
Holy
yo. That's
shit!
Doctors think stress was the only cause?
Okay, he's good.
Yeah. To be honest, I thought it was Kira when I first collapsed, but I'll be all right. It seems I've been pushing myself a bit too hard lately.
Indeed. It must have added to your stress knowing that Light is a suspect in this investigation.
You actually
Yeah, say
told
that
my
now.
father that?
Yes. In fact, I've told him everything. It's true, he even knows that I am ill.
What if you were to lock me up for a month in a place with no TV or any other kind of access to the outside world and keep a constant watch over me?
Would any normal person be willing to go to such extreme measures to clear their name?
right?
That's no good. I can't do anything that would deprive you of basic human rights. And furthermore, it's complete nonsense for the investigator to take suggestions from his suspect.
I understand.
Don't
I could care less whether you feel cursed or happy to have a notebook. I leave that sentimental crap to you humans. But normally humans who come into contact with the Shinigami have nothing but misfortune.
Oh,
Oh
is that
shit!
foreshadowing?
Yeah.
That's interesting. But I have no intentions of repeating that pattern.
He's a good freaking story, not this crap. Now get out there and find me a story.
But the police won't talk, sir. It's been impossible to get details from them lately.
Idiot! I don't pay you to complain. If they won't give you anything, then get creative.
Mr. Demagawa, sir? This is for you.
What is it? So who is this from?
What?
Now this is more like it. This is what I call a story. It's almost too good to be true. A message to the world from Kira. If you do not broadcast these tapes, I will kill your company's board of directors one by one. Who wouldn't air these? If this is for real, our ratings are gonna go through the roof. Holy crap! I'm so excited I feel like I'm having a heart attack here.
I don't think he wrote that.
Yeah. It's
I think that
probably
was
L.
yeah.
That was L.
Yeah. That was my first thought. As soon as something came through the door, Oh, they go L's planting something.
Yo, this episode was sick.
Yeah, that was such a
Yeah,
sick
that was a
episode.
good one.
Yeah.
Like so
The
much.
show just
happened,
gets
man.
better and better. Like,
They're literally having like a battle in front of each other.
yeah, but yo, it's kind of crazy yo, how everything's just out in the open. Almost everything. Like 80% of the investigation.
It's out in the open.
Like
But that's the thing.
L
though.
just told to Light, you know,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, to come like upfront about that is like you're not risking your life that much. Like, of course you are, but your name's not out there. In the same time,
L, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
L. But like the deductive powers like both these guys have, like, oh, if he really thinks I'm this, he'll say this and that, and next thing you know, they're falling for each other's traps. It's pretty cool. But so far, I think in this situation, L is being more smarter than Kira. That's for sure.
But who the hell wrote this? How do you come up with this?
Thing is that, like, you know, Kira already messed up because he's so desperate to show him that he's not Kira, you know?
Or do you think that
But
was?
at the same time, like he's
maybe
wondering,
he was playing him.
yeah.
Because yo, that's how the thing goes. Yo. Like you think it's this way, but it's actually this way.
Yeah.
But it's actually the original way to make it not look like this way.
And then L's wondering, like, who would a normal person actually go through this much effort to try to prove they're not Kira? Like,
I think-
lock themselves in a box for a month type of thing, you know?
When your father's on the line, and
Right? Yeah.
I mean maybe, you know,
yeah. But at the same time, your father's on the line, but so you want to be away from him for a month? Like, you have no contact with
no,
with
you
the
would
outside
no,
world?
you would want to quickly prove that you're not Kira, so you can go to the investigation and help right away, right? Because you want to get it done right away. Then
But
no,
that
I'm
month-
not Kira. Let me help. If you're a normal person, right?
Yeah.
So I can see why he would say that.
If you're a normal person, you wouldn't care if, like, if you're not Kira, you're not Kira. Nothing's gonna ever fucking prove that.
Exactly.
So you wouldn't be panicking like how he panicked just a while ago.
So I think, but I do agree. L is in this episode. L was more smarter, but that's because L came to Light, right? So
And yeah,
L
he's on
already
the
had a
attack.
plan, you know.
Yeah, he's on the attack. for
Light
sure.
doesn't have a chance to make a plan. He's just reacting to what L's doing. If Light was making the plan and he went to,
Like, he knows his personality, so he knows, like, if I do this, he'll be triggered by this. And then on top of that, I'm adding more stress by, like, by doing that during a tennis battle too, right? That's already enough stress. Then
Tennis
you think
battle?
of, like, yeah, it's a battle,
It's a
literally.
battle?
Yeah.
it's a game.
Tennis
It's-
battle, yo.
It's tennis game, but they're having a battle at that moment,
They were
right?
playing. They were playing
What the
tennis.
fuck is a tennis battle?
They were
They're having
playing.
a tennis battle, damn it.
They were playing tennis while playing mental chess at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
While not knowing that the
Like,
other was.
he's adding more stress through that tennis match battle, and then next thing you know, he's having that, like, intense conversation in their heads.
Speaking of
They're both
stress,
having
yo,
it.
like we freaked out when we heard the father got the heart
Yeah,
attack.
yeah.
Yo,
I honestly
I
thought-
honestly, yeah. Do you think he would actually do that though?
It seems no. It seems
No,
like no.
no.
The way that he talked to his father in the hospital,
No.
like he does care about.
I
But
hope
what
not,
if he put, like, to have a heart attack but survives?
No way.
No,
Like,
but
could
Death
he do
Note
that?
is
Death
death
Note, bro.
Death
Death
right?
Note.
Yeah,
But
he would have to
listen,
die
like,
then.
It makes no sense because he said if anything happened to you, he'd make sure that you go find Kira. What? That makes no sense because you are Kira.
No, that's just for
Exactly.
L.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah.
That's for L. But I think the feelings that statement came from are genuine. You know,
Yeah.
he does care about the father.
Yep.
Like he
Yeah,
said.
yeah, that's true. But at the same time, like,
But yo, I honestly thought like, oh, I'm gonna kill my dad, so he doesn't suspect me.
no, I was literally thinking at that moment, like maybe like a minute before that,
Yeah.
would he kill his father to get to, to prove whatever?
Yeah.
Like, how far will he
That's too
go?
much,
You
yo.
know.
That's way too much.
But the thing is that
crazy.
all he has to do is get the eyesight from the Shinigami to
Yo.
know his name,
That's
and
it.
L, right?
end of everything.
But here's the thing,
Right?
though.
But
Here's
his
the thing.
lifetime's cut in half.
Yeah.
The more time that L spends with Kira, Light,
Mm-hmm.
is more of a factor to thinking he is Kira because no murders are happening across the city.
He'll probably do it like in
You know what I mean?
advance or
I don't think they're gonna
secretly.
spend all the time together. but-
No, I think he'll like write it in advance on this day, while he's spending time with Kira, and actually have the notebook
No, you
like
can't
in
do that.
his
You
drawer.
can't do that. You can't do that because like freaking L.
You're mixing up the names. You're confusing
L
me.
will suspect
No.
that.
No, sorry. I mean, like Kira is gonna write down
Yeah,
in his death
okay,
note
yeah.
saying that so and so is gonna die on, let's say, this date by this way.
Yeah, he's already doing
and
that.
you know he's been doing that, right?
Yeah.
So he's probably gonna do that and spend time with Kira and leave the death note in his drawer, right? So he can't get suspected of anything. That would be like the perfect way out. I would say.
Yo, I'm so hyped, yo. I just want to keep watching. I just want to binge the whole thing, yo.
Yeah, this show's pretty well done.
Fuck, man.
So
Alright, guys, that was Death Note Season 1, Episode 10. It was 10, right?
yeah.
Yes. Episode 10. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, comment down below. We will reply back to as many comments we can get to. And you get a few weeks ahead on Patreon, along with the full uncut reactions. Make sure you don't miss out on that. And we'll see you next week for Death Note, episode 11. Peace.